Welcome, everybody. This is Abacus Fish, and we are playing Old School Essentials via Roll20. I'm joined by 6 players. We have a massive game. We have Seth.
Hey,
We have Josh.
Hello?
We have James.
Ahoy!
We have Sophie.
Hello.
We have Sam.
Hello.
And we have Sid.
Hello.
So, just to let you all know what this is a Hexcrawl Adventures, which Hexcrawl being an open world format, I have a bunch of maps, I have dungeons, I have all these NPCs, towns, treasures, all this stuff. The setting, I got it. What I don't have is control over where the party goes. And with that said, let's learn about some of these player characters that will be driving the game. And we'll start with Seth. Why don't you tell us about Therum Smith?
Therum Smith is an adolescent dwarf, very much average in many ways, although he is extremely strong. And he's got a big, bright red, bushy beard. And yeah, he's frequently, because he's so youthful and energetic, he typically jumps in the front of battle with his battle axe and gets into trouble. Anyway, that's Therum.
All right. Josh, why don't you tell us about Mayred Farron?
Merid Farron is a rather young elf, around 280 years. He's got dark purple hair with violet eyes, rather small and slender for an elf, but bigger than your average human. Tends to be pretty light on foot, keeps to himself in the world of plants and animals. Working with this group, though, he's definitely come to depend on other mortals much more. Tends to dress in dark charcoal and very dark midnight purple as well in terms of his robes and clothing. And yeah, he's looking forward to continuing to work with the group.
All right. And James, why don't you tell us about Guilford the Grant?
But the Grand is a self-proclaimed hero of Vassith who has a tall human with stringy black hair and a lanky build. He tends to be slender with long, dexterous fingers that lack any real calluses that one might get from a hard day's work. Other than that, he looks well traveled and holds himself with an air of confidence some might say is undeserved. And that is Guilford.
Okay. And Sophie, tell us about Kailani Farron.
Okay, Kailani Farron is a friendly elf with periwinkle hair and purplish eyes. And she's not huge, but because she's an elf, she's kind of tall. And she loves her fellow members of the West March. And even though some people are unkind, uh, because she is an elf, she enjoys meeting the people of this land.
Sam, what about Titch Kirkner?
Titch wears a heavy off-white robe, has weather-bitten features, and a crook in his and a hunched back, and a fiery determination in his eyes, and a fat holy symbol around his neck.
Sid, what about Tuckbit Shieldheart?
Tuckbit Shieldheart is a light-skinned, somewhat short human with a little extra pudge. He's got a carefully maintained tonsure haircut and a strong beard at envy. He wears brown religious robes over his plate mail, which are as awkward as it sounds. While he has lived a life at home in service of his community as a cleric of Cosgrove, his main focus was as a healer of the sick and injured. With his grandfather entering a coma and Tuckbit being unable to help him, he began to question if Cosgrove's shield was as protective as he once believed. Being in a new land with new faiths started some questions deep inside of unsure what answers he may find.
These are the player characters, and where do they begin their adventure? Well, back home. The party finds themselves in their home of Westmarch. The waves of the ocean spray a salt-stained breeze that is only overpowered by the dry smoke of campfires. Winds howl as they twist along the rocky cliff sides. The rain continues. Looking out to the north reminds many who have spent days in the city about the open ocean they once traversed. What is comforting to be back in the countryside? There are whispers of concern and coming war. For breakfast is flavorless hardtack and gritty coffee.
Well, this is certainly an unwelcome bit of nostalgia. A while since I've eaten without pastries. How, for those of you that been living here, how have things been on the home front?
I've been away far too long to say myself.
There's some angry dwarves nearby.
Uh,
Angry
Oh.
dwarf.
at least they have a bunch of rubble between them and us now.
Yeah, we we went and spoke with the dwarves. They had killed a killed a ranger as a warning.
Hmm.
Yeah, and they're dwarves. Some rubble isn't going to stay in their path for long.
Awesome. Teach me to be off in the woods on my own for too long.
Those here, elf ears I see. Hey, come over here. I got a question for you. Come closer around the fire, my friend.
Are you referring to Merit or?
Whichever one's closer. Take your pick. Yeah, married. Come closer. I've got some questions.
I'll answer if I can. Merit steps
Oh.
close to the fire.
I wouldn't have you answer if you couldn't. Through mysterious scavenging opportunities that availed us during our last adventures, I was able to come across this strange wand. And I know for a fact that it can fire bolts of lightning or something out of it. But I don't know how it works. Maybe you could take a look at it.
Hmm. I mean, I can certainly try.
You don't have detect magic. You would either need a scroll or a wand to do that because your
Yeah.
level 1 spell is sleep.
Yeah.
I think
And
we
as I
have
said, I can
a
certainly
detect
try. I was
magic
just
wand
getting ready to
installed.
check.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, I was just looking exactly at that. I was like, what do I have in terms of my spells and skills? But Abacus answered that question.
Sure. So, what is it? You've used those elven eyes and those elven ears, and I trust them more than, no, more than this hardtack, anyways. So, what'd you come up with?
I'm still not sure. I don't think my sleep is gonna help much in determining.
Again,
Sleep, does that some kind of dream magic? You go to sleep and it reveals the answers to your questions?
that's a ludicrous. Okay, I see. You're being ludicrous. Okay.
Perhaps you could ask the moon. Isn't that what you do?
No, I tend to just be with the trees and the animals.
Maybe that's what
Oh,
we're supposed to
ask,
do in this new land, Titch. Maybe we're supposed to start asking the moon.
I think it's an elven thing.
I don't know. The Moon Knight was doing it too.
And it sounds like they should be asking the trees, I guess. And then I look over inquisitively.
We could also ask Colrus. He might know.
Baron just gruffly says, "Nothing more stable than the rocks."
I think I might agree with my cousin. Colrus is probably our most knowledgeable acquaintance, and he doesn't tend to hate my cousin or I.
I mean, someone in the city might know, but like, I feel like we probably shouldn't make a big thing about where we got this and how we got this, you know?
Yeah.
Found it amongst rocks. No big deal.
Mm. Some of the most dangerous things you just happen across. Well, if you'd like, my cousin and I can visit Colrus with it, or you can come along. Outside of that, I can't tell you much about your twig.
Fair enough. I'd be up for traveling to Colress. Hey, those spiders we were gonna go harass last time. Where are they compared to this Colrus fellow? Oh, look at that. A map popped up.
Colrus is here.
I seem to remember the spiders were closer to the city.
The spiders were on the other side of the runes. You actually guys skirted the runes. And remember when I said there was like that eerie dark cloud that just never seemed to leave the landscape?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
you
the spiders are further away, I think.
Well, do we want to go to the spiders and stop by and visit with Colrus on the way?
What are we visiting Colrus for?
He wants to know about
I-
his special twig.
Yeah. And also
Cool.
maybe we could ask him some questions about his friend, the God, who's the main antagonist?
Oh, the necromancer.
Yeah. What do people call him?
Chernabog, spooky guy.
There we go. Chernabog.
And you definitely don't write his runes in the sand.
Yeah, don't do that.
Is that something you've experimented with?
Yes.
Yeah.
I shake my
Okay.
head. I
I mean,
shake
it
my head
sounds like that went
disappointedly.
terribly wrong.
We were trying to get him to speak to us, and he tried to possess me, and I don't recommend it.
Cool.
Well, maybe that's how he was going to speak to you.
You know, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Unfortunately, I don't know if Cosgrove's shield will protect me enough from that.
Right. So no runes in the sand, just visiting Colrus and then maybe some spiders.
Yeah.
Before we leave to Colrus, though, can I go check on Grandpa Shieldheart, see if his coma has changed at all while I'm here in camp?
His condition remains the same.
Oh, bother. Poor Grandpappy.
What's wrong with your grandfather?
I forget his name. Sid forgets his name. Tuckbit definitely remembers.
Marin.
He was Marin Shieldheart was the leader, and after we landed on this land, he entered a coma and has not woken up. He was the guy who gave this speech in episode 1.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I mean, I wasn't there, but I listened to it later.
Perhaps the elves could enter his dreams and wake him.
I don't know how to do that.
I thought you had a sleep spell.
Yeah, I can.
I just
can
to
knock
put people
somebody
to
else
sleep.
Yeah, I can put somebody else to sleep.
Oh,
If you'd like a nap, we can try it out on you.
well, I just woke up, but I wouldn't say no.
If you guys could wake him up, you'd be better protected than Cosgrove. I say really dejectedly and just kind of walk off.
I'll go pray over him.
Good luck.
Brother, it is not luck, it's faith.
I continue walking till I'm out of earshot.
So, you guys are loading up and heading over to Colress's?
Yeah.
I think that's the plan number one.
Yes.
So we had the are there 4 horses here and 2 in town?
We never got
no.
back to town. We should. Oh, that's right. We didn't take the horses out of town. Okay, yeah.
No, we did.
You guys have
Did
all
we?
6
'Cause
of
we
your
were-
horses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
They ran off, and then we got them, and then we went back to camp.
Yeah, but
have all the
we
horses.
didn't. Did we take all of them with us? Because I don't think we had 6
Yes.
people with us. Okay.
Yeah, we had all the horses with us.
Okay.
We all get a horse.
Can I cut Fireball?
Is that the name of your horse?
That was one of the names that the stable master had said the horse was named.
All right.
I'll take Turret.
So normally it'd be like an hour and a half walk in the rain to get over to Colress's, but with the horses at an even trot, you guys are able to get there within half an hour.
Yes.
Nice. Hello, chorus.
You guys approach the cabin. There is a glass sphere hanging above. It's full of clouds, kind of just swaying. Actually, the clouds in the sphere are a little grayer than normal, as if they're absorbing the ambient rain.
Calling out, walking up to the door. Chorus, chorus, are you home?
Oh, the cranky old guy's always home.
More of a courtesy announcement than anything else.
Eventually the door open or the window opens by the door and goes, "Ooh, who's there?"
It's
Hi,
your
Chorus.
favorite Farron cousins.
Yeah.
"Oh, come in, come in." He waves his hand, the door opens. "I'll make tea."
Oh, heck yeah.
If you must.
He sets you guys kind of over to the let me get on the same screen here. Kind of sets you over to this table. Kind of shifts some boxes over so everybody's got a place to sit and a chair. Finster, shows up, shuffling a chair.
Mm.
And,
I know I
Chorus is
gotta
like,
fuss over Finster.
huh?
I gotta fuss over Finster for a little bit.
Mm.
Give
Yep.
him some attention.
Yep.
Yeah, so, Finster is basically a human-shaped crystalline form that has no real distinctive features and oblong hands. Um, but yeah, he retreats and gets the tray ready and knocks some stuff over. Chorus is like, "Ah, Finster, I'll do it myself."
Don't stress yourself.
It's been such a long time since your last visit. I started to miss you.
We think about you
Aw.
often.
We've been in the city. That's why we didn't go.
Oh, there.
Crazy place there.
How
We've-
how does the city life strike you?
Hmm.
Not my cup of tea. I still prefer my woods and creatures.
There are some lovely people, and some not so.
But that aside, we've come with a question from one of our esteemed colleagues. Uh, he's come across an item, and it's beyond either mine or my cousin's knowledge, and we were wondering if you might be able to help us.
Yes, for a fee, of course.
As always, we can work something out with you for sure.
So Guilford will lean over and whisper to whichever elf is closer. So you elves don't trade in gold, right? It's like leaves and twigs and stuff.
If only. He has his own demands, varying at times.
Ah,
And what would the price be this time?
I could identify it for you for 50 gold.
That seems high.
Not many
I just
people
whispered.
can identify magic items, hence your reason for asking me. Makes it a pretty rare skill set, wouldn't you say?
That's fair. Is there perhaps an errand we could run for you to bring that gold number down?
Oh, I didn't realize you were so hard up. Well,
We just expanded our stable, like
And
lots
there's
of
been a
new
lot of
mouths to feed.
there's been a lot of growth in the community.
well, if you if you wish to have a discount, I guess I could do it for free if you were something more of a musings of mine than anything. So you've been out to Vassith, yes?
We have.
Let me see your map. And you unfold the map on the table.
Yep.
I would be very interested if you could go and find there is a pasture, or there is a orchard there, with trees that give off the sweetest fruits.
Isn't that near old Pete?
Oh no. He's miles to the north.
Okay. I really don't want to visit old Pete again yet.
Is there anything we should be wary of over there?
Oh, yes, swarmed with lots of dangerous beasts. Yes.
Which is also where the spider region is.
Oh, that's good.
I think it's actually just beyond the spider region where he's asking us to go.
Well, that would work out.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, we... all right. Well, I mean, if we're gonna be in the vicinity, and if it will reduce the overall gold cost, it might not be a terrible idea to take it on while we're headed that way.
I like it.
Very well, my wise friend. You've got a deal. You'll have those fruits by nightfall.
I look forward to having them for dessert.
We'll get like a description and like all that stuff so we know what we're looking for.
Yes. What are these fruits of yours, Colress?
Oh, all sorts. Something in the soil there is magical. It's created all of them to enhance somehow. When I was more spry, I would take the occasional walk, pick up a few. But these old bones.
Also, it's like any fruit there.
So, is perhaps the soil itself enchanted in some way?
Perhaps. Never really questioned it. It's just delicious fruit.
All right. Well, then we should probably make our way so we can hit the current goal. You said by nightfall, did you not?
I mean, we have to be back by nightfall, or we can't be back. So yes.
There's ways around that, which isn't great either. But
Before we leave, I'll step forward and I'll say, out of character question, we were told from the mages in the city that Colress was the vizier of Chernobog, right? Do you remember that correctly?
He has, I think he has admitted that he knew the Antlered King, but I don't think you guys have established any kind of relationship with him in Chernobog.
Huh, maybe I'm misremembering. I could have
I
sworn
seem to
that.
remember he was friends with the guy. I don't know, but and Vizier is ringing a bell too.
Yeah.
all I know is he's well acquainted with the law on this land for the amount of time that he's lived here.
I feel like Chorus was the vizier of someone. Then was the Chorus the vizier of the Antlered King?
I think that's been revealed.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And the Antlered King is not Chernobog, right? They're different.
They are two different entities.
Yeah.
So I'll say,
Okay,
Chorus, we learned. Nice to meet you. I'm Tuckbit. We haven't met before. I've heard great things though from the Farron twins. Nice to meet you.
Oh yes, nice to meet you as well.
We learned in the city recently that you are quite famous. You, I don't know if the rumors are true, but we heard that you used to be friends with the Antlered King and were his vizier back before everything changed. Was that
He
true?
slams the table and says, Enough of this. Is that why you came here?
No, we came here to get that identified. I just remembered that.
Well, maybe you should forget.
He will get right on that. I can hardly remember my own name some days. So we will be back with your fruit and a big empty head.
He mutters in Elvish, and Kailani and Merid, you're the only ones who can pick it up. And he goes, "You stupid, crass human. Why would he? Why would he even talk about that right now?" And here I thought we were getting along.
In Elvish, I mutter back, very sorry for our friend here.
And then, he kind of awkwardly like regains his composure and goes, "Well, it's a very long trip over to get that fruit, so you better get started."
I kind of nudge Sophie in a whisper to her as well. This is why we don't question our elder.
We will look forward to seeing you later this evening. Come back with your fruit, Chorus. And thank you for the lovely tea.
All right, out the door, on the horses.
Yep. I think our plan is just take the road.
All right, on the road. It does occur to you, Tuckbit, that antlered keen probably was not the right term to use. Keenateer
Oh.
would probably be the better phrase. But still, touchy subject.
My bad. I did not realize that. I assume Tuckbit has more tact than I do, but I'll keep that in mind.
I'd say it kind of makes sense for Tuckbit to make that mistake. But regardless. So
Thanks for the information.
Yeah. You've learned from that interaction. And you, I guess I'll set up this next map. So go ahead and talk on your horses as you ride the road down.
What do you suppose this fruit tastes like?
I don't know. I
curious.
guess we could try some when we get there.
I'm curious if we can bring some back and grow it at home. Although I really kind of want to grab some of the soil and find that out too, because I still want to start a garden back at our base.
It's an hour and a half ride. Just letting you guys know the time frame.
These horses are sure coming in handy to save that travel time.
Yeah.
Be good for carrying back the fruit too.
Are we able to note as we're traveling into this particular space where this fruit is? Are we able to notice a very specific change in the landscape as we move in?
When you guys approach the city of Vassith and you're at that precipice where you have to leave the road and go out to the countryside, you immediately see this darkened tree line.
Right.
So, stepping into the forest, even like at the edge, you guys do feel kind of like you're stepping into the threshold a little bit. Oh, yeah, and it's actually a trek up. So, Vassith is kind of in this valley. So you actually have to climb out of the valley and into this tree line. But yeah, still, like, uphill from you, you can see this, these looming
Are we
trees.
bypassing the spiders, or will we be hitting them before we get into the space we're after?
Oh yeah. Do we want to get them on the way there or on the way back? I'm thinking on the way back.
You want to do it after the fruit? For this destination
Well, if
first?
we run into trouble with the fruit, you don't have to go to the spiders.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
But on
And
there,
then also, in terms of travel time, for this destination first, kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
if we do it on the way there, we won't be bogged down with fruit.
Also a good point.
True.
And we will know.
But I mean, I don't think we have to like grab like an entire backpack full for him. Just some.
That's all we have to grab for him, but how much are we taking for ourselves?
I'd probably just grab enough to start seeds at least, so I can try experimenting back home.
It'd probably be nice for our people to not be eating hardtack for a little bit too. Change it up.
Mhm.
So we settled on hitting spiders on the way back.
Uh, I'm good with that. I like the furthest destination first, and I think even if we had a little encumbrance from whatever fruit we do carry back, this shouldn't terribly affect the spiders event.
Oh, we'll just leave the fruit with the horses.
Oh yeah, there you go. As long as we don't lose the horses on the way back, that'd be great. They can pack that around. All right, off to the fruit.
Oh, I suspect things are being loaded.
Yes, still being loaded.
I wonder if the ground is enchanted and there's something underground buried, or it has to do with the roots of the nearby forest or something.
Oh, do we have any shovels? I feel like we used to.
I was planning to grab a handful of soil regardless, pocket it if I have to, just so I can test it back home. And again, just enough fruit so I can pull some seeds, hopefully, and see if I can make that happen around our place.
I would think that if we have 6 horses with saddlebags and stuff, one of us probably would have brought a shovel or something.
To be fruitful, it's not as if we couldn't make another journey back if we had to, also.
That's true.
Do we know if the special fruit is localized to this area, or does it like circle the entire dark forest?
So, one thing you have noticed, because you guys did kind of walk on the other side of Vassith. Let me go back to the map to ping some locations here. Yeah. So you do see the um, grove, like orchard. Just kind of like right beyond the perimeter, and it is floreal. So there are there's like some big old cherry blossoms, lots of flowering. Pretty sure you could probably find something to eat there. It looks very very lush and colorful against the gray silver glow from the rain. Kind of stands out. And
What time of year is it?
Huh? Florial?
What time of year is?
Florial is late spring.
Oh, that makes sense.
And just beyond it, you see another grove just like it, although it's smaller.
What's in the smaller grove?
Well, it's a thicket, so you can actually kind of see basically a dense vegetation, like a wall of it, that spans for about half a mile. And then beyond that, that's where it is. And it's, again, it looks just like the other one.
Thicket, as in like dense, like brambles, hard to get through.
Basically, there is no just based on the root structure and lay of the land. These thickets, it's very very much lots of branches, lots of foliage in the way. And yeah, going through a forest tile adds another 5 minutes. Going through a dense thicket tile, that adds 10 minutes on top of the rain. That's actually why you guys are kind of going slow. Like normally, like to get to Colress's would have only taken like 15 minutes, and then getting over here probably would have only taken half an hour. But because of the rain, it's you can't have your horses go at full speed.
Well, you
So
can. It's just dangerous.
So the second orchard that is past the thicket, can we see to the other side of that orchard and there's another layer of thicket, or does the orchard keep going?
Oh yeah, you guys see beyond the tree. Where here, like, there's like a 2 mile span of dense vegetation behind it. You do see a tower here, like a wooden tower sticking out from, but it carries no banner.
Merritt, have you ever seen any vegetation like this in your time spent in the woods?
This seems perhaps a little more dense than a lot of places I've been to. Not that I've never come across dense areas, but this is something a little different. Perhaps we could explore a little bit if anybody's feeling adventurous. I might like to maybe post my horse and walk in just for a minute.
Yeah, I think that'd be wise. Horses tend to do well in this thicket.
Also, off horse is also lighter on foot, so if there's something amiss with the weight on soil, probably better to be able to test with our own feet than wait for our horse to sink or trap otherwise.
Imagine if anyone can get through that thicket, it's you. If you want to take that ring of invisibility and go scout a little bit while we're picking fruit.
Yeah, that sounds like a fantastic idea.
So, is it all of you entering the tree line, or just Mayrid wandering?
I think I'm hopping off my horse and I'm gonna quietly and carefully try to make my way through the thicket to the other grove, and the rest of you are gonna hang out here and try to collect what fruit you can.
I
Oh,
think Guilford will probably try and creep along with you.
Okay,
He's pretty stealthy even without a ring.
sounds good. And anybody else with stealth is welcome.
I will stay behind and collect fruit.
well,
Alright.
so just to reassess the situation, you guys actually haven't gotten to the place yet. You are still on the precipice, we'll say here. I guess what I was asking was, as you guys entered this tree line, like,
Mm-hmm.
who's walking through, and it sounds like you're all going in together.
Oh yeah, okay. We
Yeah,
need
I
to
think
pass through it to get to our destination. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, we'll just keep on going if we're passing through to get to where we're going. It's not a side quest.
But then the plan is as soon as you guys enter the tree line, that two of you would kind of go the
Go
extra
through the
mile.
thicker part to the other area, yeah. Sneakily. We will sneakily make our way to the other area while the others are gathered.
Indeed.
Everybody make a hear noise check.
Oh, where's Guilford?
Sorry, I grabbed the wrong one.
I got the highest chance and I never succeed. It's like my fourth failure in a row. Hear noise.
Sophie, that should be. Hells have a 2 in 6 chance. That's just weird.
Yeah, I was just looking it up in the thingy actually. So do I pass
Yeah, you
then?
succeed.
Cool.
So while you guys approach the big grove, there are, some critters running around eating some of the rotted stuff. By the way, there are giant apricots, giant lemons,
Wow.
giant cherries, giant strawberries. Wait, strawberries? No, that doesn't make any sense at all. No, there are no strawberries. These are trees, dang it. Cherries. They're cherries.
Strawberries are a ground plant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, lots of different cherries, apricots, lemons, and mulberries, and apples.
how
Ground
giant.
fruit.
So like apples, think of like bigger than a softball. The apples are, and they just look absolutely perfect. While you are harvesting the plants, group 1, you do hear rumblings coming from the east. Kailani does, anyways. Coming from the east, somewhere in the thicket.
Awesome.
Something's on the move, and you're unsure what direction it's going, but it does sound like it's getting louder, like it's been disturbed. Meanwhile,
Guilford and I,
Guilford.
unknowingly, go ahead and don our stealthiness and start making our way through the thicket anyway.
Give me a move silent check, Guilford.
Oof.
Those are some big
I
flowers.
said I'm stealthy. I meant only on Thursdays.
That's all right.
So if you zoom out at the top of the map,
Cool.
you see some kind of rock form. It appears roughly humanoid, kind of like Finster, made up of earth, but with no real discerning feature. It appears into view as Guilford. You're stepping around and you snap on a twig.
Oh, no.
So the earthen form does look around as if disturbed by it, but doesn't seem
Charge.
to have known which direction it's going.
Guilford bravely dives into some foliage to hide.
Merid will continue to remain calm and walk toward said creature. Dun, dun, dun. Going. I assume this is what you're referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You step through, you see faint lights and kind of buzzing around in the distance around one of the trees bearing fruit. And yeah, you being an elf, recognize your distant cousins, the Fey folk.
Sweet. Still calmly, just progressing, projecting positivity from all of my pores, saying hello, plants, hello, creatures. Oh, there's more friends. All right. As I'm assuming they're probably well aware of me by now. Is there any sense of hostility?
Well, so like one of the earthen creatures is still kind of looking around, like the one that you spotted first.
Mm-hmm.
But the others just the one other rock creature is just kind of sitting, like as if staring off into space, like not doing anything. The other three, they're kind of buzzing around, so they're not like necessarily staying in one place. Like they occasionally just kind of
Yeah, they're hovering.
Yeah. But they're just kind of they are like using their wands to kind of cast magic on the fruit, and then it falls into these baskets that they have on the bottom.
Could be nice. I have not put my ring of invisibility on yet, by the way.
Oh, you haven't. I thought you did. I thought. Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm just.
Well, then,
I'm just
yeah.
fucking up.
This.
That's what I said. Do I sense any hostility yet?
Yeah. So this golem kind of steps up to you, turns and looks at you.
But is he obviously aggressive, or he's just looking at me like, you're new here?
He gets up and takes a few steps towards you. When he does that, the other golem follows suit, and they're both walking towards you. One of these fairies kind of like looks behind her shoulder over at you, but then shrugs and goes back to what she's doing.
Okay. That was again part of why I was like, I'm projecting all positivity I possibly can. Hey, I'm a harmless creature, and I'm just here to see you. All right. They're looking at me. Still not feeling terribly hostile. Merida will continue to step forward, but maybe a bit more cautiously since they have made movements of their own. Maybe speak a bit of Elvish hello. Greetings, salutations, and all that.
The one fairy flies over, and the other two golems flank her as she floats up to you and says, "Come to take our food, like the others?"
Not necessarily from here. I was really curious about what's on the other side of this area. Just happened to come across you guys in the process. Are you guys tending to all this?
We're just taking what we need to survive before he shows up.
What do you mean before he shows up? You
I'm
guys
going to
seem to be
interject here.
doing good here.
While they're being distracted by the distraction, Guilford is indeed going to take their food as subtly as possible. Is it all over or just where they were?
So where one of the earthen creatures was sitting, you do notice there's like a sack full of food.
What about uncollected food?
There's possibly some stuff down here.
Oh, where are you? I don't see any clicking. I saw the bag. Oh, all the way down there? Okay. I will go for the uncollected food.
Okay, give me another move silently check.
More better.
Well, yeah, you kind of step on some dry leaves more than you wanted to. Yet, for whatever reason, no one seems to respond.
Clearly, I am a master of stealth. I will not take any sort of foreboding warning from that and go to the tree and start collecting as while he carries on his conversation.
So, continuing to ask the Fae, as I am very curious about the growth of these fruits, I ask, again, you guys are tending to the fruits, just collecting? Like, does this grow only here, or can it be grown elsewhere?
I don't know. They just grow, and we grab them where we can.
If I were to ask to collect some for myself and for trying to grow some, would you have a problem with that?
I wouldn't, but then one of the other fairies goes, "Oh no! Quick! Yeah, grab the food! He's coming!" Well, you guys better run if you value your lives. Bye. The golems kind of stagger, grab whatever food, grab all the baskets. They're like dropping food in the process, and they run
Even
off.
the golems, huh?
Well, they're like, yes, something like that. They disappear. The ground begins to shake.
All right, Guilford. They've run away. I think we should probably do the same. Grab whatever you're grabbing.
Okay.
I shout through the trees.
Yeah, you'd have to because I wouldn't hear you otherwise. Yeah, I will. I will do that.
I didn't even have to fight them and they ran away, so something is not right.
You're fearsome indeed, my friend.
Gonna go back to the overworld map. You guys are not on horses, right?
No, we're currently on foot. We left the horses with the group.
Guilford, make a hide in shadows check.
Pretty close.
Both of you make a dex check.
Awesome.
So yeah, you guys are still in the wilderness, just south of the other orchard. You're moving through the west side, which is less of a thicket. However, there are more openings. You in the distance, like maybe 1,000 feet away, you see a large shadowy figure kind of loom and rotate. Realize too late that it's whatever it is looking right at you, and you are encompassed in green mist. Guilford, you're able to hit the ground. Mayrid, on the other hand, you are within.
Flops like a fish.
Well, so like the green mist. It's not. It's like it's not that thick from where you are. It's a lot thicker in front of you, but the vapors of it are still pretty gnarly to breathe in. So give me a roll versus spell.
Oh.
Or actually, no, wait. I'm sorry. Roll versus breath weapon.
Oof.
Where do I find that?
Breath attacks.
Gotcha. Sweet.
You pass out.
So I do flop like a fish.
Yeah. Guilford, you you smell like a very toxic smell, and had you not been down on the ground, you definitely would pass out. But Mayrid has fallen. After you guys fall, there's a series of footsteps. At this point, party 1. You guys have collected. Why don't you all give me, I'll say, a D8 roll. Just roll a D8.
Wait, what do I type in for that?
/RD space D8.
Wait, slash what?
Is /R space D8. And Therum, you were also there in Party 1?
Yeah,
So roll
I
a
think
d8.
so. Oh,
Okay, you guys got 230 coins worth of fruit.
Woot.
oh, sweet.
Though, just as you're finishing up and packing up the horses, you do hear that rumbling kind of travel to the south and then a bit to the west, kind of where you would assume Guilford and Mayrid probably walked. But the rumbling has gotten more agitated. Whatever it is big and it's on the move. And yeah, you're not necessarily sure whether Mayred or Guilford should be returning by now, but with that Thane rumbling around in the area, it's reason for concern. Oh yeah, let me pin the map here, just so everybody's aware of what's going on. You guys are here. Mayred and Guilford are here. Kailani heard whatever it was here, and then starting to travel like so.
Kalani, Theron, the two of you have more combat experience than Titch or I. Do you think this is cause for concern? Should we go back them up or give them more time?
Can we see anything from here? Is there any like disruption on the ground or just like rumbling and noise?
Why don't you you give me everybody give me a wisdom check.
Nice, I got one.
A wisdom
Nice.
check.
The clerics know what's going on. Cleric
Oh
high
my
five.
gosh.
Cosgrove is with us today.
Yeah, actually, it does make a bit of sense for the clerics to understand this. Yeah, so the breeze kind of goes north for a bit, and you're upwind, and you smell something that's very astringent and kind of toxic, kind of coming from the south, which also parallels the movements of whatever that creature is.
Have we smelt anything like that anywhere else?
Poison.
Poison. Poison. Poison.
Guys, on the wind. That's poison. There's poison coming up from where our friends went. Oh no.
A foul denizen of the deep.
What do we do?
We do what any bold follower of Cosgrove does. We meet the challenge and be our companion's shield.
Do we have any of the antidote? Did we buy any of that? Do we have any of that?
We bought one potion.
Therum Kalani, do you agree? We must make haste if we were to do something, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. Let's boogie.
All right,
I will
let's
hold
head
my
south.
breath when we get up to the tree line and try and take shallow breaths only when I need to.
I'll readjust my brown robe to be over my mouth and retighten it so that it's blocking my mouth. I don't know how much it's gonna do, but that's what I'm gonna do.
Are we getting on the horses, or are we just gonna run over there?
How far away is it?
It's half a. It's a. You'd assume like if you were to try and intercept them, if they were on their way back, they'd be half a mile away by now.
If our friends are in combat, we got to get there as fast as possible. So I'm gonna get on a horse and take off.
On horses.
We'll go horses. Yeah, and I'll like lead the other two in case we get away quick. We need to get on.
The cavalry's coming.
That's right.
Literally.
So Guilford, going back to you, Mayrid passes out.
What is this thing? Can I see it?
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh. I didn't want to hear that. Oh, I guess I'm not terrible. Okay.
Ah,
But
it's
I'm
not
rolling
your
very
day.
well. Yeah. No, I got the one success that was important.
You
Did not
can't.
get put-
You try to peer through some of the foliage, as it's lumbering closer to you, but you can't quite make it out. You do know that it is pretty big.
Okay.
Also, it is pretty dark under here. Like you guys are, not necessarily in the deep, deep wilderness, but you're under a pretty good canopy.
If Married isn't concealed right now, I'm gonna try and drag him into concealment.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
I liked it when you were asking for dex checks. It's the only thing I'm good at. Jared, you need to lose some weight.
You begin to pull him, but then hear a quick rustling and a series of footsteps that seem like they are closer. What are you doing in this situation?
I hide.
Okay.
Hide and observe. Oh, you know what? He doesn't need. Oh, can I activate the ring of invisibility while it's on him?
Oh yeah,
I guess
yeah.
make him
You can do
activate.
that.
Okay, I will do that and then hide.
So after you activate the Arena of Invisibility, you duck under a tree stump
Mhm.
and some of the duff. Over the debris is a large lizard head with a lot of horns and very big teeth. It kind of like looks around, sniffs the air, and then kind of just goes back. Retreats just a little bit to be in the immediate area, but not necessarily right above you or Mayred at this point.
Oh, I know what it's here for. It's here for the fruit. Oh, I guess I don't know that because I wasn't privy to that No, I heard some of it. I did hear some of that conversation. So I know it's gonna take the fruit and probably leave, so I am gonna hang out.
It's this is nowhere near the fruit. You guys are in between you guys are somewhere between the
Oh,
orchards. Yeah.
gotcha. So we are not there anymore. Okay, then I am gonna go for help.
Guilford, in the distance, you do hear horse hoof clomps, which you could only assume because they're coming from the north are your friends, and that's when the rustling beast starts shuffling around in that direction towards the north.
Oh. I think this is going to happen in a particular way, no matter what I do. So, I am going to ready my bow and wait from concealment.
Party 1, everybody roll a hear noise check.
Ah.
Okay. And who is riding first? Like, who is ahead? Who's leading the party?
I suppose I will.
Give me a strength check.
Ooh, that I can do.
You guys ride towards the south, over what clearings there are in this forest. It's kind of hard to see beyond the trees and canopies sometimes. You thought you heard something rustling around the corner, but not sure. As you turn around to another opening, and you kind of arc around the wilderness, that's when a giant lizard-looking creature with horns and vicious teeth, green mist dripping from its maw, with large green eyes that almost seem to glow under the dark canopy. And it stares right at you, Therum, and breathes a blast of mist. You are able to grab, you have lucky in your reins, and you just pull back and ride right by the dragon as it breathes. The rest of you immediately stop as this cloud of green mist kind of like wafts past you.
Ooh.
Does this lizard look like a crocodile?
It's a dragon.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Um,
I'm hoping it is not Pete.
it's not a big
Indeed.
Pete. Let's try to reverse course.
I will say, Therum, as you ride past, that's when you do see kind of Guilford in the distance, running in your general direction.
But the dragon's in between me and Guilford.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So that was Therum's action. Anybody else? Like, I'm not going to treat this as a traditional combat, because if I did, you guys would all die.
Die.
So this is going to be more of kind of like a cat and mouse. So what are the rest of you doing?
I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep riding hard, like past it, towards
Whatever.
where I think my companions are with the two extra horses.
Whatever direction Tish is going around the dragon, I'm gonna ride up the opposite direction around him just to create multiple targets and split up. But I'm heading in the same direction, just on the opposite side.
That would require you to go past the green mist. Like, you would have to ride into the green mist.
Oh,
How
Don't wanna
tall
do
is this dragon? Is there room underneath it for a horse and a dwarf to ride?
Yeah, you could.
That sounded a little
Well, it's
questionable.
only so. Oh yeah. By the way, this dragon, right? It's got 2 wings. It's like it got a bat body. It's got 2 wings and 2 feet.
Oh,
Oh, it doesn't have four legs.
Doesn't
No,
that
the
make it a
4-leg. I'm
warrior?
sorry, but the 4-leg. I have to agree with George R.R. Martin on this. The 4-legged dragon is kind of is not good. Uh-oh, we lost our stream. Josh? Uh-oh.
Well, there we go.
Sorry.
got you.
Okay,
If
and we're
Josh
back.
has it, I'll let him switch back to it.
I'm up. Everything good?
We're getting some flicker.
Oh, yeah, never mind. If his internet's questionable, I will just keep my stream up.
Yeah, we'll just switch to Sid there. Okay. Perfect.
So, if Titch is going for them with the other horses and Therum is Dog Eye in this guy, I'm going to take out the sling +1 that I picked up from the party hall and aim at the dragon and try to get him in the face and then be ready to just run away if he starts chasing me.
Okay, yeah, give me an attack roll.
I don't actually know how to do that. It's my first time.
Oh, so the weapon should
this one?
have on your character sheet there should be a weapon.
looks like you did it.
And then +1
Oh,
on that
yeah.
because that was the unmodified one.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes a difference.
So you throw the sling and it just kind of bounces off of it harmlessly.
Yeah, you're supposed to shoot those.
And the dragon turns towards you, Tuckbit.
I will just use all my movement to just go the opposite direction.
Okay. So this thing seems pretty distracted now.
Yeah.
I am going to try to backstab with a goblin grenade.
Go ahead.
Your grenades.
Okay. I'm going to use the sling stats. I mean, hell, I'll use the sling if it'll help me tuck the grenade farther.
Sure.
Critical miss, goes past, hits us.
Oh, it's probably not a critical miss with an 11.
Not a critical miss, but it does not hit the target, and it does. It kind of explodes to the side of it, and
Oh, wait. If it matters, that's a 15.
oh,
I forgot I get +4 to backstab.
oh. Yeah, so still miss. It kind of just goes off the side and explodes, which seems to irritate it.
Therum rides just right underneath it while it's distracted.
Okay, you're able to get
continues
to the
on.
yeah. Wait, but where everybody's taken an action except Kailani.
Is Therum is not still on the ground, right?
Therum's riding Lucky.
Oh, okay.
There's no sign of
Yeah.
Mayrid.
Oh, Mayred. Yeah. Is there any way I can search for Mayred on the ground while avoiding the bad air?
Yeah, by kind of dismounting your horse and kind of crawling, doing like duck walking. As long as you kind of like skirt the edge of the
Very hard
cloud.
to find. I guess you don't know that.
I would just like to kind of like go around the perimeter and see if I can like get just a head count on everyone at the moment.
On horseback, or are you like trying
On
to?
horseback.
Oh, on horseback. Okay, so yeah, you ride outside of the purview for a bit. That's when you do spot Guilford on the other side of the dragon, but you can't. You're not sure where Merritt is. But yeah, you do see Guilford, and he does look like he's running towards the group. He looks like he's in one piece.
Okay. Then I will just regroup and see what everyone else is doing.
All right, Therum. So you ride under the dragon. You get on the other side.
Yeah.
Where Guilford is.
Yeah. I'm gonna reunite our group, not have a dragon split us.
Well, you're still split up. It's just now instead of a 4-2 split, it's a 3-3 split.
Oh. Well, yeah.
A sixth of all of that is useless at the moment.
Wait, a 4-2 split because I'm past the dragon.
Meredith is his own group now. So 3-2.
So it's a 3-2-1 split now. So, Titch, you followed Therum to get to the other side where Guilford is. No sign of Mayrid.
Say, mount up. We gotta get out of here. Where's Merid?
Yeah.
He's invisible over there.
Come on, Merritt.
And unconscious.
I'll dismount and then have Guilford show me where Merid is so we can throw him over a horse.
Well, that's going on. Tuckbit,
I will.
You are still being chased by the dragon.
I will glance over my shoulder, make sure he's still following me, and just make my movement. And in this format, can you consume your action to double dash?
Yeah.
Then I will do that. I will just try to keep aggro, making lots of sounds. Do I know any words that upset dragons? If I do, I'll say them. Maybe speak law at it while I'm just double dashing.
Okay.
Is it rough ground or anything?
Is it what?
I know a horse movement speed is like 240 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Is it rough ground? Or is it pretty flat?
Oh, it is rough terrain. Like, yeah, you guys
Okay.
are in the middle of the floor.
But then I will go as fast as I can with that in mind.
So the dragon does sprint after you guys. So I'm gonna say everybody is nowhere near the dragon except for Tuckbit.
Nice. I'm so screwed. My first combat, guys.
A dragon.
Yep.
I don't think we're prepared to fight a dragon.
Yep.
So are
Need
we
more goblins.
able
Yeah,
Can
what
we
did
get
I-
Merid on the horse?
From beyond everything, Merid's like, run, you fools!
Yeah. Yeah, so we got Merritt on the horse, yeah?
Yes. And actually, the only person who
Okay.
is able to keep up of everybody's position is Kailani. So while the rest of you are getting Merid figured out, yeah, nobody except for Kailani and Tuckbit know that where Tuckbit is.
I'm gonna relay that info. Our buddy's getting chased by the dragon. I don't know what to do about that.
Didn't he have a horse?
I mean, he's on a
But-
horse, yeah.
Dragons are about as fast as horses. I could be wrong.
I'm gonna ride off
I guess-
after him, I guess. Because
I'm
seems
gonna,
like
I'm gonna shoot my sling at the dragon, try to at least distract it so you can get out of there.
Well, that was my last goblin grenade, so I don't think I have anything else that's going to particularly bother a dragon. I will ride Merid's horse. Safety?
Therum, why don't you go ahead and make a ranged attack with your sling? We'll say it's long range at
All
this
right.
point, so -1.
All right. Well, that's 15 then.
Yeah. Bounces off.
Does it even take notice?
No. Keeps after.
Yeah.
And Kailani, is there anything that you're doing as you're chasing the dragon?
I don't imagine a simple level 1 sleep spell would do any good, but
You know, no, you know that you know the limitations of your spell, and a creature this big, it just wouldn't work.
so I think yeah, I'll just do a sling attack at it as well, just to
Sure. Okay. And yeah, the sling bounces off. As it barrels down on you, Tuckbit,
no.
you,
Or
after a
we do 'em all.
while, after like a few hundred feet into the chase, you
Oh,
are.
can I say what my strategy was going to be?
Oh, sure.
I want to run I would take the horse into where the trees get thicker, hoping that the dragon will have to start flying rather than being on the ground. And then when hopefully the foliage above is thick enough that I can take like a kind of a zigzag approach to try to lose it. That would be what I would be thinking.
Serpentine.
Okay, yeah. So instead, what I was going to say, a few hundred feet into the chase, the trees do get tighter and you're able to ride through. Why don't you roll a dex check?
The dex check of meaning.
This is you handling the horse.
Nice.
Yeah, so you thread the needle, and the dragon actually has to stop lest it just crashes into a bunch of branches. It lets out a scream and kind of backs off, does that little kind of like shimmy birds do as they get ready, and then jumps from the ground. Therum and Kailani, like the gust of wind kind of almost knocks you off your horses. And now it's flying in the air as it screams.
I guess we're just watching in awe to see what happens because there's nothing we can do from here.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do. Either we escape or we don't, I guess.
Well, we could start with the escaping.
Yeah, that's been my plan.
Okay,
Just getting out of
so,
here.
yeah.
Everyone ride in one direction.
Yep.
I don't want to abandon Tuckman.
Well, there's nothing. He either escapes or like we can just try to distract it, or like I hope he finds.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna ride off.
So just to clarify, it's like it's not necessarily cornering Tuckbit. It's flying above all of you at this point, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, then
isn't
yeah,
there
definitely
is there like a
full speed.
is there like a cave or something we can duck into, or anything around?
Okay. And so you guys look for cover. And not a moment too soon, because I will say that you do get into cover, but what the dragon does is it kind of flies up, and for a moment you're like, oh, it's flying away as it gets smaller and smaller, but then it comes back, getting larger and larger, lets out this scream as it whooshes by at like, hundreds of feet a second, and lets out a breath of green mist. But you guys are able, looking around, regrouping. Mayred, you do wake up at this point.
What happened?
Fought a dragon. Good job.
I feel like I've been hit by one.
You were hit by one.
You guys. Wait, you guys were collecting fruit. I was with Guilford. Where's Guilford?
What? I'm talking to you, buddy.
Oh man, that. Wow. Where are we now?
A cave hiding from a dragon. All connected.
It is everyone here?
I believe we are missing one.
Yeah, am I still? Did I catch back up to them, or was
Yeah,
I
yeah. All
separated?
of you. So yeah, what happened was as the dragon kind of flew off, all of you regrouped, and for a moment you thought, oh, the dragon's just going to leave you alone. But then as soon as it started getting closer and bigger and like whooshing back towards your general direction, I forget who said, let's find a cave or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you frantically looking for anything. You see what looks like some kind of small animal den. You reach, you look into it. Doesn't seem like there's anything moving in there except for like maybe small little critters, rats and stuff that you can chase away. Um, but yeah, now all of you guys are kind of in this cave, and you can hear the dragon kind of like flying past as the trees rustle from the force of its wings as it like is making sweeps in the area looking for you guys.
Can I assess Merid for injuries?
He seems absolutely dazed, just breathing just enough of that stuff to, knock him out. Had he been closer, his face would have melted off.
Oh, God.
Where are we now?
We are in an animal burrow.
Who lives here?
We do.
Us
for town
now.
Merid kind of starts to just stumble around the group. Repeatedly asking who lives here.
Then is everyone all right? No one's seriously injured.
Seems
Really glad,
okay.
really glad my
Mm.
robes are brown. Thanks.
I'll try to sit Merritt down and give him some wine.
Gonna check out this little den that we're in, see if there's anything of note while we're here.
Ta-da!
I'm searching my mental palace. Hold on.
Of course.
My mental palace is all bathrooms.
A liminal.
Speaking of, I might take 10.
Yeah, I gotta pee. I will be right back.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm glad that Tuckbit didn't die there, but if he had, I do think that would have been hilarious that the first and only combat he ever
Right.
saw was a dragon that killed him. It was a flame that burned out quickly.
That would have been terrible. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So we're in this cave. Which way's the way out?
We'll say north is the way out.
North. Just gonna poke about.
And what time of day are we at?
It's the middle of the day.
traveling pretty
Early
fast.
afternoon. As you guys hang out in this cave, you do, like, despite there being lack of any activity, the air just seems heavy.
The air just seems heavy.
Yeah.
Moist or what?
Moist, kind of close. Like, you guys aren't necessarily near the bogs or anything, so it's not like this is a swamp cave. There's just something just kind of... there's just something present in here.
If I shoot the ground, will the whole cavern start moving around?
Like, shoot it with what? Oh, you're making a... Yeah, okay. Hold on a minute.
Hold on a minute. Well, I've scouted the rest of the cave. There's nothing else in here with us. So at any moment when that dragon takes off, we can get out of here.
Sounds good.
Everyone roll wisdom.
Back.
Go ahead and roll wisdom, Sam. Or Titch.
Oh, did I actually make something?
You wise.
Nice.
So, Therum, you're walking around. First, not seeing anything. That's when you slowly look up towards the cavernous ceiling and see lots of little heat signatures.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
They immediately swoop down. It's bats.
Are they very large bats, or are they like, we're not gonna eat you sort of bats?
These bats, well, they're frightened and they're swirling around, and they could potentially attack you. So why don't you roll initiative?
Oh, all right. I guess I'll roll initiative since.
Go for it.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, a dwarven initiative.
Yeah, real. It's a solid. It's a real sturdy, solid 3.
They go first. Okay. Now for a series of attacks. So these bats are fluttering around. They're trying to claw at you. Therum, what is your armor
Don't
class?
like that. 14.
Miss and a miss. And Lucky has Barding, so what? Is that armor class 14?
I don't know.
We'll go with that. And gets hit for 2 hit points. Lucky is hurt. Oh yeah, I guess.
Oh no.
They're the other 6 horses I should include. Hold on.
How many hit points does Therum have now?
I have 5.
Okay.
How many hit points does a horse have?
I want to say 5. Oh no, they have an armor class of 5. I don't know. How much?
It's just around 10.
They have 9 hit points.
They have 9. All right.
So the horses just they actually kind of panic, but Lucky will attack. And Lucky misses. And yeah, that was.
I'm gonna say horses. Oh.
I was just gonna say I'm just finishing up the NPC. Guilford, what is your armor class?
16, I think.
Okay, that's a miss. And then Titch, what is your armor class?
9?
Probably 11. We're doing it flipped.
11.
Okay, 2 misses. And then Mayred, if you're back, still might be. Yeah, I think he's still on break.
Turned from the water closet.
Nice.
And there are a lot more tokens on screen.
Mm-hmm. Being attacked by bats.
Sweet.
So, yeah, what's your armor class, Mayred?
1 sec. Where are we at? Armor. 8.
You do get hit once for 2 damage.
Me? Married?
You get hit for 2 damage?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, sweet. I'm back to 1. Awesome.
Oh gosh, you have 1 hit point?
Now I had 3 total, so.
Oh my gosh.
It's your
Uh.
guys' action.
Can
Which one is married on the map?
the leaf? Can I cast sleep on one of the bats near me or all of them?
Oh, you could cast sleep on all the bats, I think.
Yeah, I think sleep selectively targets the people with the fewest hit points. So whoever has 1 probably wants to be out of the area of effect.
But yeah, casting sleep would be a good idea because there's a lot of those bats.
I would like to. Married would like to try casting sleep.
Roll 2d8.
It's been a while. Where do I pull this off? Here.
/R space 2d8. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, 11 of them.
I guess elves are immune to it anyways.
That's all of them. There's only 10.
Yeah, so
Well,
they
it's
all fall. They all fall to the floor.
Dang.
Okay.
And yeah, Therum goes around and starts
Squishing.
slashing them.
Same.
Squishing
Tuckbit's
things.
finally excited to get some action, and we'll take it where we can get it. He takes his mace, brings it down on a bat, and says, "Nice, Therum, did you see that? I got one."
Mighty indeed. They will call you Night Slayer. Well, somebody will call you that, I'm sure, eventually.
Yeah, I'll walk around and just start smashing all of the bats.
Merritt goes ahead and grabs one of the bats that's asleep and just starts actually like smashing it into the ground itself.
I'm gonna take one and put it in my pocket.
It's gonna wake
that's
up.
cute.
I know.
I love you, cousin.
All right. Has the now that we have that all taken care of, Therum's gonna poke his head outside and look around and see what he can hear. See if that dragon's gone.
Yeah, you poke your head out, and you do kind of sense that it's flying around based on like how the wind drifts. The wind and the rain kind of drifts. You can kind of hear it. It's just that large.
Beating its wings.
Yeah, especially yeah. So you can kind of hear it flapping around. You can't quite see it. You wait about 5 minutes, and the flapping around gets quieter and quieter. And yeah, you check every area on the horizon, and you don't see any sign of that dragon.
Sounds completely safe.
Yeah,
Let's
I
go
suggest we ride quickly out of here and find healing for Merritt. I have that healing potion, but I'd prefer not to use it.
Yeah, and I have 1 potion of Cure Light Wounds.
Merritt would also prefer to hold on to potions and save those for other events, if we can find other options for healing oneself.
Is there a healer in one of the towns?
Yeah. The Church of Cosgrove have healing services, but at 2 hit points, like all you need is a day's rest.
Regardless, that requires us exiting this space and getting to a place for a day's rest, unless we can do the day's rest here. But I don't know that many of us brought rations and other business.
Yeah. I mean, technically, we have rations because we just collected a bunch, but I don't really want to stay here.
No, I'd
Oh,
rather get away from this dragon.
Pretty sure this cavern is full of fireball components.
Like components we should collect before leaving?
Oh, well, do you cast fireball?
Uh-huh.
Because otherwise it'll smell pretty bad.
Oh, I getcha.
You guys leave the tree line, going back to the clearance towards Castle Vassith. Never thought you'd be so happy to see those high towers in the distance.
Once again, we don't make it to Spider Cave.
We could still go to the spider cave. I was gonna say Farron could just stay in the back and use a ranged weapon.
Anybody up for it?
I think I can do that. I'm pretty sure. I have bow, I believe. Yeah, I'm set up with a crossbow, so I can hang out from the back.
All right. Let's go to the Spider Cave.
Oh, I can also throw the invisibility ring on to keep myself a little bit more out of focus.
I wouldn't rely on that against spiders, but yeah, generally probably a good idea.
Yeah, I think just Merid will just go ahead and keep the ring on for now, and anything it's effective against is great. That which is not, well, that's a bummer. But more is better than less.
Yep. I think spiders can just spot you if you like touch their webs, so as long as you don't do that, you should be fine.
Well, if I'm hanging out in the back of the party, most of you should probably end up hitting the webs before I do, so that would be a bonus.
Yep.
We're going into another combat. I want to double check that my AC is right. We've got plate mail, so I put 16 because that's what it says in the PDF. Is that correct?
Yeah. Use the bracketed numbers.
By
And
the
then I've
way,
also got the +2 shield right now, so my AC is 18. So I think I'm a tank on accident.
Yeah.
not a problem to have more than one. Also, Merid would just like to express thanks for everybody coming to collect his unconscious form around the dragon, and then all that we had to deal with the dragon.
Anytime.
We got you. Guilford says I'm also mighty now from that dragon encounter, so that's cool.
The wise Cosgrove says, "A friend in need is a friend indeed."
So where was that dragon located?
The woods that we were in collecting the fruit. We went into the thicket just beyond the edge of where you could start collecting the fruit. And that's where Guilford and I ran into some fays and a couple golems. I started talking to the fays. He went to go collect some additional fruit, and then all of a sudden, boom! the dragon showed up, knocked my silly face on my arse, and he happened to duck out, which is when he ran for you guys.
Where on the map though?
Oh, it would have been the southeast corner, but not all the way into the southeast.
Somewhere over here.
Yeah, so we were in this region right here. Ting. Yeah, that one.
Oh, and on the way to the spider cave, I'm going to collect 16 sticks.
You're gonna make some snakes.
If we need them, good to have it on deck.
Are snakes and spiders like? Oh, yeah, I guess actually maybe they could come in handy. I guess.
The poison probably won't do much, but they can still bite them.
Oh yeah, poison versus poison.
Yeah, I'm going to try not to, but if we get overrun or there's a lot of them or anything.
At the very least, they could work as fodder.
Yeah, that too.
Like, here, you guys go fight that while we run.
Do they serve you, or do they just kind of mill around?
They follow your directions.
Okay.
Yeah, 2d8 follow caster's orders.
You
It's
enter you enter the cave.
It's a 4th level spell.
Oh, goody, spiders. All right, so whoever's low on hit points, stay towards the back.
Staying towards the back, says Merritt.
I will go
Although
to the
with
front.
spiders, I don't know that hit points matter that much. Just don't get hit at all.
Yeah.
Well, I misunderstand the assignment. Steps forward.
I'll just set my crossbow up, ready to just fire from as far back as I can.
Yep, I knock an arrow.
I have my Goblin Bane. I'll go in front, but I can't take much of a beating.
Yeah, I'll have my sling out.
Well, the one thing dwarves have
We
going
work
for them,
on spiders.
I think dwarves are somewhat poison resistant compared to everybody else.
Does sleep work on spiders? Because
Sure.
I'm not the only one with sleep, right?
Well, you don't have sleep anymore.
But that's what I'm
I
saying is
do.
like I'm not the only one that has the sleep spell.
Right.
So
I
if
don't
we
know if it
had
would work on
to, that
spiders,
could
though.
be an option, right?
That's probably the best option. I forgot Kailani had that.
Yeah, that'll come in handy if there's a den of them.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll switch to my sling because I can see farther into the depths than.
Yeah.
You
Well,
guys.
we know we've been here before. We've seen the spiders. We know there's a lot of them. So the sleep spell is definitely the way to go.
Oh, I see one now. There's one right there.
Hit with a rock.
All right. Yeah. How far is that? 50 feet. I don't want 50 feet. I want that bonus.
40 feet.
Yeah. Is that 40 feet? Oh, there's one right there too.
Oh dang!
No.
And there's one here too.
I'm gonna light a few torches and then throw them in different directions.
Make me a couple of dex checks.
I'm gonna try to hit some webs if I can.
Okay.
I'll throw 3 torches. Should I do another dex check?
No, it's fine. I will put in some lights then.
Oh, hi there.
Gore.
Oh dang, full map.
So yeah, you illuminate it a little bit, and you see more of them creepy crawlies skittering around.
All right. Well, I'm gonna fire my sling back at this one, and then step back.
Okay.
So threshold modifier +1 because it's short range. Hey!
Ooh, critical for 2 damage. Might be enough though.
Excellent.
So does my perfectly shot but very weak sling do anything?
You thought you were throwing a rock at it, but actually it was just a moldy apple.
Oh,
It got its attention.
I was shooting at this one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
At the same time he's shooting at that one, can I shoot at the top one?
Sure.
And then that's the +1 from the sling +1.
All right, and then I'm going to step back. I take it we haven't rolled initiative yet, so I'm gonna.
This is your surprise round. So,
Okay.
Titch took an action,
But then
Tuckbit and Therum
shoot
have
at that
taken an
one.
action. So Mayred, Guilford, and Kailani still need to take an action.
I'm trying to move up a little bit, but my roll 20 does not want to let me.
Oot. Really accurate. I'm shooting moldy apples too.
Try it now.
Hey, there we go.
Oh wait, that's Mayred's token.
I moved that. I was testing my space.
Oh, okay, it's moving.
I shot that guy for 1 damage.
Okay, so yeah, your incredibly accurate shot took off one of its legs. Like, wow.
Oh, it doesn't like that. Sure.
Yeah, it's mad now.
Let's see.
The distance I am from this bottom one, is that long range or?
How far is it?
Yeah, what's your weapon?
It is a sling and
Oh, that's medium range if it's a sling.
40 feet is your short range.
Yeah.
Shot goes wide.
Um, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24.
Are you using the crossbow?
Yeah.
Then you will actually go after the spiders go. So now the
After what?
Oh wait, this is
Right.
a surprise round. Never mind. Yeah, so go ahead.
I was calculating if the crossbow could make it from here without me moving. I was trying to figure that out. 3, 6, 9, 12.
What are you shooting at?
I was initially hoping to kind of move a couple spaces forward and then shoot at whatever was closest, which looks to be that one that's being highlighted right now. But I still not sure about the range of my crossbow because I'm not good with my stats in that respect. I
Let's
was
see here.
hoping to move like in this space and then see if I could hit.
Up to 80 feet is short range with a crossbow.
All right. And then how do you do
Oh wow. Okay. So you didn't need to move at all, and you were short range.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wherever you're like right there.
Oh, I
That's
see.
75 feet.
Yeah.
So that'd be short range with a crossbow.
Okay. Well, let's do that one.
We got a sniper in here.
Only if I succeed in my hit.
You're still a sniper. You're just a sniper that missed.
uh
Nice. And then add one. Did you add your bonus to that? Oh yeah, you did.
I just clicked on my roll dice on the crossbow.
Oh, okay.
We usually do it.
Okay, well it's dead.
Hey, so that was your surprise round. Let me make some morale checks.
Oh yeah, maybe they'll all run away. Only one is their rocks.
Yep. The ones that are alive, run away.
That's not necessarily a good thing, though.
Man, we're the best.
Yeah,
We
but
can't lose.
They might be calling mother, and so that's not good.
Nah, we can't lose.
Famous last words.
I'm glad for your confidence. I have less.
Well, they call mother. Let's grab their rocks. Leave.
That's probably a good call.
We want to set fire to the webs too.
That's also probably a good call.
Yeah, I'll just pick up a torch and start flaming their webs.
Let's loot and then do that on the way out. I don't know how fast that's gonna go up.
That's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I can do it on my way out because I have my ring of fire resistance, so
Nice.
it's okay. I can withstand the heat.
So you guys grab a bunch of it. Like this is a mine, okay? There is some loose rocks hanging around, but this right here is an embedded. Is my ping showing up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Is embedded. It is like almost nearly untouched. You can see that it was like scraped and tested, but the vein is largely intact. So yes, there are some pebbles and a few rocks to pick up of stitchtite, but that is a vein of stitchtite that you could dig out right now if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Who's
Do they have
doing that?
mining tools around?
Whatever resources we can safely grab before exiting is probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Well,
and I'm a dwarf, so I'm probably the most qualified miner here.
Okay.
I,
Well,
I have beard envy, so I'm second most qualified. That's not true.
so Therum, I'm just gonna move you over here.
Is there any chance that Merrick could grab some of the unburned spider webs?
Oh, I don't think I've set fire to the whole place yet, but yeah,
Yeah, we were gonna do it on our way out.
yeah.
All right.
Although I do have a torch with me, so that if any spiders get near me, I can light up some of the webs.
I was just thinking as a material thing. I might like to grab some of the spider web if I can and stuff it into my pack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that and a couple of sticks of wood, you can make a bow. Minecraft?
Well-
Minecraft? No.
Oh, I thought you meant like in game. He can make a bow with that. I was like,
No. Minecraft, which I was
guess.
actually messing around with before we started playing this today.
while Therum is doing that, I'm going to just kind of walk around the space and see if I can see what the perimeter looks like. Just kind of get a better sense of the area.
So there's like an expanse kind of to the west, an expanse to the north, and an expanse to the south. Which area are you looking at first?
I don't want to go into any of them first. I just want to walk around the space that we already see and glance into each space and see if there's anything shiny that I can see without going too far away from the group.
Okay, yeah. So I guess then in that respect, are you walking south of there?
Yeah, start moving.
I'm gonna start walking counterclockwise, just in a circle around the entire space, probably with a 150-foot diameter.
Okay, so you get about here. Bam. Kind of at the edge of the light of the webs that you guys have already burned. Yeah, you see like right by your foot, you see more stitchtite veins, and there's potentially more beyond the light's edge. Oh wait,
What-
do you have a lantern on you or a torch?
What is
I would have
this?
picked one up, yeah.
Who is this?
Who's pinging me?
Okay, that's what I said. Who is this? Okay,
Yeah, I would have a torch.
it's you grabbing the tight.
Am I being pinged?
It was me. Yeah, that was me. It was me. Like, who's grabbing? Who's over there? What's that?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, grabbing the tight.
Yeah, so you can kind of see like beyond, because the bright flames of the burning webs. But yeah, beyond your lantern's edge, you're pretty sure that up north there's probably more veins untouched.
Fancy.
What are the rest of y'all doing? So we got Therum, he's kind of digging.
Helping Therum dig.
Merid's grabbing spider webs, like in general, just like pocket, throw it in the bag.
It would be great if our group took over this mine and continued harvesting it, claimed it as our own.
I agree.
Can we
Sounds very
do
lucrative.
that, or does somebody own it?
The
I would
spiders.
say the spiders probably own it right now.
This might be an untapped resource.
Well, somebody clearly owned it at some point.
Well, Theron's just excited because if the spiders own it, then we can take it back. And oh, hey, that's not great.
What just appeared over
Oh, okay. Okay.
From beyond the light's edge, a big, giant,
Oh, boy.
colorful, just rainbow striped, bright colored spider. You know, its mandibles like dripping with venom and staring at you with all billions of its eyes. And
That's
yeah,
less than-
it seems irritated as it
the kids went to get Mama.
At
Yeah.
least it's very pretty with those rainbow stripes.
Or Dad.
Um,
I mean, I
I'm-
don't know how to tell the gender, but they went
Has-
to get somebody.
Has Theron actually harvested any of the ore so far, or is he just working on it and he
give
hasn't
me a
actually
strength check.
collected?
Give me a strength check.
Can I help
Okay.
him?
Yeah, Guilford, why don't you give me a dexterity check? You both. So with Guilford, you're kind of like holding the chisel like at the right spot and trusting that Theron doesn't miss to smash your hand. With the amount of force, Theron is just smashing the hammer on the chisel. Eventually, does this? It just kind of a crack forms, separating the stitch type from the earth, and you guys are able to take out. Let me roll.
Do I need to do it?
Oh,
check
you rolled
for spider
maximum
web?
results. Maximum. You pull out a
Nice.
600 coin, weight wise, a 600, so 60 pounds chunk
Oh God.
of stitch tight.
Dang.
Oh, that'll encumber me.
The horse, we can put it on the horse.
Yeah, but the horse isn't here, and the spider is.
No, we all gotta help haul that out. But
Well,
that also brings
we-
me to my question: is do I need to do a roll for the webbing that I'm grabbing to take back for various purposes?
I would say so. The webbing itself here doesn't seem like that supernaturally strong, as long as you are
Alright.
careful and you've got like a sharp weapon, sharp implementation of
I
some
got
kind.
my dagger.
You
my
don't get
dagger's okay?
yeah, dagger's enough.
Sweet. All right, so the rest of us need to help them with the haul and make haste to exit or encounter Rainbow Queen King.
Should we
Rainbow
try to
Bird.
should we try to kill it to take over this mine?
can.
Not at the moment. I think we should try to get the heck out of here.
Oh,
Come
I think
on,
too many of us
on.
are injured.
Only one of us is injured, right?
Well,
I
I've
agree
been
with
at
that.
half health.
I'm not
I've been at
interested in
half health
TP
this whole time.
I'm not interested in a TPK.
No, he wasn't even at full health when we started the adventure today.
Yeah.
I thought Cliff said that it's that was for the other.
It's moving closer. Let's go.
Me. Yeah,
We-
that
Yeah.
wasn't for
So
sure.
I look at Guilford holding the.
Yeah, get out of here. I'm
I tell
gonna
him-
try
I tell him
something
to
real
run, and then I turn around. I tell Guilford to run, and I turn around with the torch and start lighting up the webbing with the torch because I'm wearing the ring of fire resistance, so it's
Yeah.
not going to hurt me.
Yeah.
I'll retreat a little bit, and I will use. Let's see, can I send this to the? Well, I have a dose of centipede poison, which I believe paralyzes. I'm gonna coat an arrow and shoot it at the spider, just to see if I can pull this off.
Give me a roll.
Oh gosh. Well, that's inventive.
If it's successful, though.
I've been
Yeah.
carrying it around since like I don't know, like my
Yeah.
third outing. Okay.
Oof.
Jeez.
Oh,
Wowie.
So
Uh-oh.
it's an absolute miss, but I'm not gonna penalize you further. Even though, yeah, no.
Okay.
That's enough of a hit.
So I'm lighting the webbing as I'm like running the other
Running.
direction.
Yeah.
So yes, with Therum's actual smart thinking, he is able to escape. The spider, it does close the distance, but as soon as you light yourself and the nearby proximity on fire, your clothes do get charred a little bit, but you're fine.
That's fine. Clothes can be repaired.
Exactly. We
Or
we can
replaced.
replace clothing. We can't replace a person.
Is there like a
I'd keep
wall
my
of
robe
fire?
if it would fit.
Yeah. But we got away with that. What was it called? Stitch tight.
Stitch tight,
Yep.
yeah.
And some
Yeah.
webbing, so I can use
Some
that.
webbing.
I can use that
So
in the garden.
where is this spider cave again on the map?
Close to the
We're
city.
we're hanging out. Yeah, right about.
Oh, we're down here.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were over here, and we moved into this region on our way out.
Okay.
So we just got a little ways to go to get to the city, so we can just go back there. I don't know if. I mean, do we want to try and get the fruit back to what's his face?
Colress, it would probably be beneficial if you want to know what your twig does.
Yeah, and we did promise it to him.
Yeah, you said by the end of the day, so.
Yeah. And then we can figure out how much that stitch tight is worth.
Yeah, we can take that back to camp.
But we also want to hopefully set up a trade route and begin mining the place. That'd be great. Source of income. You'd have to kill that spider first.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll need to bring a group worthy of taking down the spider. I am less in that realm at this moment.
Yeah. I don't know if it'd be much of a trade route. Things like stone's throw from the city. Mine.
Very convenient.
This is
I
the
mean,
mine.
we could hit the temple and potentially try to go back and kill it.
I mean, next time probably.
Yeah,
got
I think that would be a
three
next
months
session. I would definitely be for going to revisit Colress in this session. Figure out what
Yeah.
the twig is, and then go from there.
I'd like to be more fully healed if I'm going to be taking on a giant spider.
Yeah, I would also like to get re-healed since I was starting at 1. Abacus said I was back to 3, and I'm back to 1 again.
And if we're going to be fighting that spider next time, maybe some oil flasks and torches to.
Oh
know,
yeah, I had
Yeah.
all that because we went to go
use some
fight the
fire.
spider.
Yeah. But it'd still be good to be healed and stuff in order to take that thing on.
And having a better understanding of what tools we can utilize in that space, we can bring
Yeah.
more appropriate tools. So.
Oh yeah, we need a pickaxe. All right, so we'll ride back to Chorus.
Yep.
As long as we got some fruit for me to also take seeds from.
We got a lot of fruit.
Good.
He just wanted a couple pieces. And...
You got 23 pounds of fruit.
All right,
Yeah.
good. We need seeds. Did anybody pocket some soil since I was passed out? I did not pocket soil.
Yeah, I would have gotten
Oh,
some. That's
I
probably
never
what I'm
rolled
collecting.
Abacus. I never rolled for how much I got before the dragon attacked us.
Oh, roll a d8.
Yay.
250 coins or 25 pounds of fruit.
All right.
Gotcha.
So we got plenty to explore for seedage and give him. And as long as we got some soil, so we can test that to see if we actually need the soil from there to grow the fruits at this level or not, would be fantastic.
How much total fruit did we get? I'm throwing it in the hall.
Well, I'll say that Colress probably takes a few pounds here. I'll just roll it. So Colress takes, takes 20 coins, 2 pounds worth, but leaves you with the 23.
All right. And then he will identify the twig for our friend.
I'll give Chorus one of the pounds of food that I was gonna keep for myself, and I'll say, "Sorry, bro, my bad. Here's an extra pound fruit, but more tax than that."
Oh, I guess you humans can have manners after all. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. It only took slaying a dragon to get this fruit.
Running from the dragon and
Oh no,
slaying
we definitely
spiders.
slayed it. I'm so mighty. That dragon is dead.
I will angrily say, like, you failed to tell us about the dragon.
Oh.
He's not one to give all details.
And I'll say, like, in exchange for the added risk, perhaps you'd like to tell us your association to what's the king's real name?
A
The
tier.
Antlered King. What is it?
A tier.
Atir. About your connection to King Atir.
You always seem so curious and constantly asking me that.
We've asked you about many things, and we've always been curious, yet you usually help us, so...
We're as curious as you are evasive.
That's a good way to put it. Thank you.
What do you want to know about King Atir?
Were you close?
He was probably more my friend than my king.
How long did you spend with King Atir?
Oh, very short while, maybe 100 years.
Wow. Really? That's like less than a third of my life, Chorus.
What happened to make you leave?
I left when His Majesty King Atir decided to stop listening to me.
Stop
What
listening.
made him stop listening to you?
Perhaps it was the slow descent of our empire, or perhaps it was his quest for immortality, or perhaps it's because I had lost my faith in him.
What do you have faith in these days?
Not much, I'm afraid.
Dang, that was a hard answer.
I can help
Merit
you
pats him on the back.
find faith in something.
I don't know. I kind of agree with Chorus.
Yet, you say not much, but you continue to help us. What say you to that, Chorus?
Perhaps it's just nice to have a group of friends around when I've been in solitude for so long.
Well, regardless of your reasons, I love your company. I'll be back for tea soon.
Do you
Um,
know if King Atir had any success in his pursuit of becoming immortal?
His bronze eyes twist with frustration. In some ways, he was successful, but in many ways, an absolute atrocity.
Aren't we all?
Not like
whatever.
he is now. Not like he is now.
Do you think that it can be reversed? We can restore him to how he was?
There's no going back. He's made his choice.
Would you prefer to see him brought down then?
He starts. His hands start shaking. Says, "Do whatever you want with him. It's no concern of mine."
Regardless, I'm
None,
sorry for your loss.
none of us care to see somebody go down that we once helped. We only wish for the best for them.
Say like whatever you can tell us about his change would be infinitely helpful.
You don't know what he is now?
Well, I don't. I don't know if anyone else here does.
I have some theories.
He no longer is a part of the living. He is a shadow of what he once was. A pale ghost. Is all that is left of him.
Was this due to a deal with Chernobog?
The candles in it, illuminating his cabin begin to dim, and he goes, "Do not speak that name. It is of great power."
Chorus, may I ask you one more question? What are your thoughts on the Church of Cosgrove within the city of Vassith? I've been doing reading, and it looks like the branch of Cosgrove here, some 1,000 years ago or more, merged with a religion you might have previously worshipped. Do you know anything about that?
You are talking about the children of Wild. A very powerful religion. Very influential here. Many high priests. We worship nature, the balance, and the moon, the stars. But it didn't last. And it was those same priests, with their silken words, promising greatness to a desperate lord.
How can I learn more about that history?
You'll have to dig deep. In the ruins, maybe you've already found some of them.
I believe we have.
Then bring them to peace. That could give me some relief at least.
I'll be sure to keep you updated.
To weak ears.
Well, enough about that. Let's get this thing identified. Haha. Tries to awkwardly change the subject.
There you go.
When he sees the rod, he's because it's like a coiled rod with copper wire all around it, with eagle claws coming out on either side. He says, "Oh, you've run into the dwarves of the mountains."
No, the mountain ran into the dwarves.
Oh,
This was what
Therum says, yes, we ran into them, and they didn't seem too friendly, even to their own kin. Why are they so hostile to dwarves, to other dwarves? What do you know?
They come from a long family, much like us. Our empires are both very old. We had them help us long ago build many of the help restructure many of the runes that we found when we came to this land a long time ago.
So you're not even an original native, then you came here once yourself.
A very long time ago, yes.
Have you been on good terms with the dwarves of the mountains?
Not these particular ones. I probably knew their grandpas and great uncles, but
Can you tell us of anything that might gain us favor with them?
the humans and dwarves have been at odds for a few generations, ever since the Evensong accepted the crown.
Why would you remain here so long for a place that you didn't start?
Aren't we all just settling into areas that have already been started for us?
I think we all try to find our own suitable environment. Maybe this was yours.
So what does this wand do?
Yeah, so about the wand. It's a wand of magic missiles, and it's got 2 charges left. It's a rod. Sorry, it's a rod of magic missiles, meaning anyone can use it.
But only twice.
Yep.
Cool.
I want to try to tell him the benefits of Cosgrove. Try to get him interested in getting in touch with some faith.
He listens.
Good luck.
Yeah, he listens politely, but doesn't really seem that convinced.
Yeah. Good luck.
Before we take off, I want to ask him, when you saw this rod, you recognized it as one of the dwarfs from the mountains. How do you know how they have so many? Do they produce them?
Many of the infantry carry devices similar to this. Their technology is probably what makes them most feared among the humans.
Hmm. Dwarven technology specifically?
Just kind of zoning out. Zooming out is what I mean. Dwarves are capable of enchant, despite them being unable to cast magic. Dwarves, if they become powerful enough, can actually enchant weapons.
Hmm. Well then, dwarvies. Sounds like you got a couple levels to gain.
Oh yes, I would love to become that. Learn that the skills necessary to imbue weapons with enchantments.
I also have a ways to go so that y'all don't have to keep picking my ass up off of the floor.
All right, unless there's anything else, I'm just gonna take you because we're at the 3 hour
Thank you,
mark.
Corliss. Thank you again for the tea. We will be in touch. We'll see you again. I always miss you.
I'm going to try to give a hug to the golem on the way out.
Aw.
Oh, I was gonna say Sophie should have something to say about that one.
Heck yeah. Everybody should show him more love.
He's a little cutie who tries his best with the tea.
He does.
He does. Breaking glasses and all.
Thank you for having us, Coleus.
Anytime. A Farron is always welcome here.
And I suppose we ride back to camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, thanks Cuz for backing me up on the chorus adventures.
Always.
Are we going back to the city, or are we going back to
Back home. Back home.
Yeah, back home to the camp.
All right. As long as I can get 1 to 2 fruits from each of you for working on garden stuff later, that would be awesome. Otherwise, that definitely distribute it to everybody for
Oh, I
victuals and
put it in the
such.
hall so anybody can take out whatever they want.
That works.
What kind of fruit was this anyway?
There was a variety, I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
it's just
variety
giant
of tree fruits.
Yeah, all
Okay.
stone fruits. So they'll take a little bit longer than ground ground plants. But if we can create a food source that we can resource on a regular basis and or store for later use, I think that's beneficial.
Really excited to see if we're able to recreate these fruits outside of that place or if it's that place only.
Which is also why I asked if anybody grabbed a pocket full of the soil so we can kind of test that and see if it has any specific effect with at least one of the seeds versus our ground soil here.
I would have filled a couple of saddlebag pockets with
All
some
right.
soil.
Sweet.
All right. Thank you guys for playing.
Thank you for running
Thank
the
you.
game.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
fun. Thanks, Abacus.
How much do you think that stitch tight is worth?
I'll calculate all that and your experience later. And
All right.
Yeah, all right.
thank you, chat, for watching. And just wanted to remind all, if you wanted to keep up on all serious industry streams, the best way to do that is to give this channel a follow. Or alternatively, you can join us on Discord or Ko-fi, where we do stream announcements. There's also the website, shatteredempire.net. If you go to the website, you can get a free copy of the Alpha Shattered Empire. Shattered Empire Alpha has everything you need to make a character, and if you're crafty enough, GM, you might be able to make your own campaign. Shattered Empire is a post-apocalyptic interstellar synthwave-fueled space sci-fi tabletop RPG set in a distant future where humanity struggles with the sudden loss of a once great empire known as the Interstellar Nexus. After an event known as the Cataclysm, the central capital systems were consumed by cosmic dust. Knowledge and technology is hoarded, while scavengers and pirates become the highest growing industry. New factions rise from the crumbling infrastructure and only cause more destruction as everyone vies for survival in the Shattered Empire. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. This is Abacus Fish, signing off.